Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cloverly Academy. My name is Sophia Wardell, and today we have a very special guest, Romantasy author Ryen Santana. Ryen is the author of the Romantasy and historical Romantasy books A Veil of Twilight, The Ravens of London, and Avot, Book 2. Thanks for joining us today, Ryen.
Thank you for having me. Very excited to be here.
Great. We are so excited to have you. And today I want to talk all about selling yourself as a brand. So, Ryen, I want to talk about unique selling proposition, better known as USP. What are some unique things that you do to build your brand and stand out as a romantasy author?
I would say my USP as an author is for sure the aspect of complete authenticity. Like, I absolutely go into my social marketing in like, hey, how's it going? I just cried over a book that I just finished. Like, here is some very raw quotes of my current work in progress, or here is kind of what's going on behind the scenes of my life. Like, one of my most recent posts was about my novel Sanguine, and it was kind of the making of Sanguine. I was going through a massive grief process with losing our dog. It was awful. He was our little COVID puppy. We got him like month into lockdown. He was only 4 when he passed. He had lymphoma. And I had just released my first novel. And all of the pressure and all of the grief and overwhelming feelings kind of coalesced. And I randomly got a larger following from those types of posts as they were coming out because I was like, guys, like, my dog died. Like,
Oh,
I was like, this is the worst day of my life. And so I would definitely say I am very, very transparent on social media and kind of just bringing the full authentic self versus trying to create like an image or a brand. I'm trying to create myself as kind of the image or the brand. Like, I think back on it and I probably should have done a pen name because it's not my pen name. My name is Ryen Santana. And I was like, it's very true to me. It's like, it is as authentic as you can get.
well, I think that's a great point that just being your authentic self, especially as an author, people buy into you and your
Yeah.
brand. And then a lot of times, I mean, there are some times where they read your book and then they buy into you, but a lot of times people, especially if they're found through socials, they like you and they think you're funny or they love how real you are, or they feel what you're feeling. Maybe they lost their dog as well. And so to not hide those things, I don't think it ever and doesn't end up well. I think most authors that kind of share more of their personal lives, they get a lot bigger following and support. Now, I want to talk a little bit about target audience identification with you. So, who is the primary audience for your romantasy novel? Age group, gender wise, or interests?
Yeah, absolutely. So my target audience, I would definitely say, is adult. I have very dark themes. I have very graphic content in my novels. I definitely would not recommend them to anyone sub 18. Um, just because just because they're a little gnarly, they're a little dark, they're a little grim, not a lot of happily ever afters. It's not necessarily my creme de la creme is like, why did you do that to me? Like, my heart
Right.
is ripped out. Um, and so, yeah, definitely an adult audience. I've kind of narrowed that down, especially just as myself. I've read thousands and thousands of books. I love YA, I love new adult, but the way that I write is very dark and very graphic and very human centric. It's a lot of, like, my next novel touches a lot on addiction and death and suicide and things like that. So it's very heavy.
Well, and it's relatable. I think you obviously figured out your market quickly because of the fact that there is adult content, but adults are who understand the fact
Mhm.
that life's not black and white, and they've gone through these struggles, many of them before. So yeah, that's very interesting. And it's great proof that there is a large market out there for it. You're very popular. So, and I want to I want to talk a little bit about author branding now, because this is an interesting genre to author brand with. How have you integrated your personal author brand with the branding of your romantasy novel?
So I would say that I've integrated myself into the novels in a way of kind of what you see is what you get, like a
Right.
very direct approach of marketing in and of itself. I'm like, here's a quote of this book. I think you'll like it. And then my characters are also very much so the same. They are very transparent, very brutal, very straight to the point, sarcastic, kind of spiteful human beings in the books. Not saying that I'm spiteful, but just very, very transparent and to the point of kind of all of it. Yeah.
And would you recommend to authors that, they should really take a lot of the aspects of their personality when they're building characters?
I would say that each character has a piece of you, whether you want it or not. Like there is some characters that I have where I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, I gave you a lot of my depression. Or there's somewhere I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, I gave you a lot of hatred for some reason. Like, I guess I was feeling really angry when I developed you. But yeah, since they come from a piece of your mind, there is no way to completely disassociate yourself from them. There's always going to be that little bit of yourself that you see within them. And I'm sure even with villains, like there's always the villain that you're like, I kind of get it, man. Like I kind of understand. There's the sympathies to it there. Yeah, it can be very hard to disconnect yourself from when you're creating characters and creating these worlds, and especially like with my genre of fantasy, a lot of it is historical fantasy, so it's blending the worlds of like, wow, this is gnarly, and then some of them where it's like a Veil of Twilight is urban fantasy, so it's like completely separate world. Whereas my usual genre is historical, rooted in our world, but make it have dragons.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much. That was wonderful insight on selling yourself as a brand.
Thank you. Yeah.
Lastly, where can our listeners find and connect with you?
So I am basically on every social media. Um, Ryen Writes on Instagram, Ryen Santana on TikTok. Um, I'm on, I have a Facebook group. It's called Ryan's Book Club. And that's where you can gossip about me. I'll see it, but I kind of like the gossip. And yeah, Goodreads, Amazon, wherever you follow authors as well.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to today's interview with romantasy author Ryen Santana. Be sure to check out our website for more videos. Wishing you all a fulfilling and successful writing journey.